Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're just going to jump straight into today's video. So several people have asked me about Project Blue Book, and I was curious myself on this. So I did a little research and I did find a site that archived a lot of information from Project Blue Book. So I'll put a link down below in the description so you guys can check it out, and I'll go through a couple of things here so you guys can see what I'm talking about with this. Now, some of the information is not legible, but they do have a couple of images and stuff, and I'll show you how to get those images and read some of the case notes behind that. But for those that are not familiar, Project Blue Book ran from 1947 to 1969, and it was basically the Air Force's investigation of UFOs under the Project Blue Book name. And it was conducted, or was headed up at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, and it was terminated in 1969. Now, key things to this was that there were over 12,000 reports or sightings that were entered into Project Blue Book, but only a little bit over 700 remained unidentified. And to me, that's a pretty big number to remain unidentified. That's like going outside, looking in your backyard, and you see 100 rocks laying down, and out of those 100 rocks, about 4 to 5 or more, about 5 or 6 are going to be pieces of gold, and that's going to stand out. And to me, you would investigate, go pick those pieces of gold up, etc., see where they came from. So that's just my thought process on that. But this site that I'm going to leave here is going to show you guys a lot of that archive information in there. And some people kind of wonder why it was terminated, and I'll leave a link to an Air Force article that talks about Project Blue Book and when it got started and why they actually terminated it. So they terminated it basically off of some of the facts, saying that what they looked at was evaluated and was no threat to national security. So that's one reason why it was terminated. And they looked at several other things too. It's pretty interesting, this article that talks about it. And it was the University of Colorado that it had an article entitled Scientific Study of Unidentified Flying Objects. And they were the ones that went in, and I guess after their evaluation, they gave those numbers over, and they just terminated the project for that. They should have kept it going. I mean, that's a pretty long time to keep something going and just all of a sudden terminate it. Need to restart it back up. But in this link I'm going to send to you guys, or you can see down in the link below, you'll see several. If you just go directly to the link, you'll see it starts off with several reports. Now, some of these reports are pretty difficult to read, or it may just be some text. Like if I click on this first one here, it'll bring this up. It'll give you some case notes on it, and then it gives you kind of this image here. And if you turn your phone from portrait to landscape, you can actually view it more. But if you zoom in on it, you can somewhat read some of the documents. It does get a little bit difficult, but it does talk about, and then you can also download the file here down at the bottom. You can download it there. But what I found interesting about this and some of the other reports in here was if you actually go to the top and you type in UFO photo, and you will actually, if I can spell photo right, there we go, finger slipped. So if you type in UFO photo, you'll see information. You'll see some case notes and stuff like the scientific study of UFOs. You click on this and you can see it. Now, what's interesting is that you can see the photo, but it's got this little white thing right there. So you do have to turn your phone actually from portrait over to landscape, and then you can see it better. I mean, as much as you can see it here, but it's better to download it. But you'll see there's a photo that someone took, and it's a UFO right there. And if you zoom in, you can see actually what those people took there. And then you click on the next image, and like I said, some of this stuff is just hard to read, but you can kind of zoom in and then see some of that information there. But you can always download this there to see some of the information about this. And there's other cases too I'm going to show to you guys. So if we go back here, and you'll see scientific study of UFOs, unidentified flying objects, this is 1969. You click on this here, and you'll see some information there. Like I said, I don't know where this little white thing came from with that, but you'll see that there's a photo there, and then it gives you some information for it right here. And like, if you zoom in, once you start zooming in, it doesn't really do the best job of presenting the information without you having to download it. But you can see I'm more interested in this photo here. We've seen this particular craft before. I've showed it in some of my videos, and you guys have probably seen it across the internet several times, but it does resemble a typical UFO. And then going back here, we'll see one here. We'll click here, and here's another one that's pretty interesting too. So there's a lot of photos that I think that we have not yet seen or haven't been posted out there on the internet, but you can click here and you can see some of the information of it, and go back here and click on the image and kind of down. It looks like someone took this as it was maybe flying above them, or maybe it was just hovering there and they took that photo there of that. And then they also have newspaper articles like what you see right here. If we click on this, we can go to this actual article and we can see the information on it. Like I said, I don't know why they have this little white thing here, but I guess that's to kind of go through and click through and scroll through some of the images. But if you want to actually just take some time, sit down and read through this, and I'll be doing some reviews on some of these cases. I think some of this stuff is stuff that we have not seen before, read about, or heard about. So to me, it's kind of my job to go in and try to identify some of this and present this to you guys, instead of taking this time in this video to try to go through each and every article. That would take forever with this. But like I said, I'll leave a link below in the description to this, so you guys can go over there and check this out, and then let me know what you think about it. Because you guys see down here at the bottom, we're on page 1 of 1,000. So if we went to 111, I guess, and we go here for that, you guys can see there's still a lot more information. They give you dates and stuff, so they did a pretty good job of, I guess, listing the information and kind of archiving it here, and then giving you the National Archives ID number there on the far right. But if we look at one from 1951, then you'll go in, and like I said, a lot of this information is just going to be text documents of what someone saw. But I was more interested in the photos, and if you even do UFO video, you didn't really see too much. I saw something that might have been like images of a reel, but I don't think it was actual video of any UFO. Like I guess they're just doing kind of a text search, and then in that text search, you'll see, you know, information or somebody reported about a video, but I didn't see any video archives in here. Let's see what this is right here real quick. So this more seems to be an article, and like I said, it's pretty hard to read some of this. I don't know, this little white thing on the side is, I guess, something they were trying to put there so people can actually just click on the images and stuff and see this here with it. But I said, if you turn your phone from portrait to landscape, you can view it a little bit better. But all this stuff can be downloaded for it. You'll see here is access unrestricted, use unrestricted. So you can look at some of this stuff, explore it, go in, and I guess give some of your thoughts. And there's no, I didn't see, I guess if you log in or create an account, you can actually contribute to some of this information here. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't want to recreate an account. I didn't think it was worth my time with it. But put down in the comments below what you guys think about this. I think that we finally actually have something we can present. And this is something that should be shown to Congress. Congress needs to bring this up, in my opinion, in their next discussion about UFOs or UAPs. They need to say, well, we have this site, it's out there, and then show some of these old photos that are out here and show some of these old documents, and let people kind of, I guess, man up and talk about what this is or what it is they saw here. That's just my opinion on it, but I'd like to hear from you guys on this as well. And if you know of any other thing out there that exposes more, talks more about Project Blue Book, let me know. Put that down in the comments, and then I'll try to make sure I present that to everyone so you guys can see it. So as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with your friends. Let me know what you think about this, and if there's anything else you guys are curious on and wanting to see out there, I can see if I can get some information and show this to you guys. And of course, you'll have a lot of pop-ups like you see right here. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with your friends. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next video.